You're watching Two Button Crew.
The daily show for Nintendo fans.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
Today we're going to talk about some awesome Nintendo cameos. And I think this goes both ways.
Yes.
Stuff's getting in Nintendo games, or Nintendo's getting in other stuff.
Yes.
It's kind of like cranberries in the juice aisle.
Yes.
Everything's getting in everything.
All the cranberries are getting in everything. And Nintendo, I think sometimes when we think of Nintendo, we think that they like to stick to their own stuff. And they like to keep to themselves. And they protect their IPs.
Yeah, they do.
And most of what we're going to talk about today is Nintendo having their characters in other companies' games in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's really cool.
Yes, and I think most of what we put out here is older, but Nintendo has been doing this a lot more, so we'll get to some examples of that. But going way back there, I think this one is a huge burn.
Yes.
So, in Donkey Kong Country 2, there is, what is this, Cranky's shop?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And I love how they just burn their competitors here. So you can see both Earthworm Jim's Zapper Gun and Sonic's shoes next to the No Hopers trash can.
Yes.
Huh? No Hopers.
It's so rude.
Wow.
Which, I mean, it was kind of like, if you look at all these, there's Donkey Kong games, there's Yoshi games, there's Mario games, there's, Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah.
And Sonic has gone really way down. And Earthworm Jim, I mean, he hasn't had a new game for quite a while.
This is very prophetic.
Yes. And of course, recently, if you haven't checked it out yet, go check out Ryan's review of Galactic Pinball and his 2D pad review series.
Why is it called 2D pads? Because that's a Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy's got 2D pad. I can't even... 2D pads. D-pads. What if there were T-pads where there's just a down and left and right but no up?
That's your next Nintendo prank call. I have this control. I don't know what to do with this. It has two T-pads. Two T-pads.
Two T-pads. But Samus shows up in Galactic Pinball. There's a mini game right in the middle of it.
Yes.
Where Samus's ship shows up and the Metroid theme plays and you can blow stuff up.
That was awesome. I didn't know that.
I had never heard about
Ryan's video.
I had never heard about it until he showed us that. So props to you, Ryan.
All right, so this is a game I never played. Back in the original Final Fantasy, you can read something that says, "May Link rest in peace."
Yes, a headstone.
Yeah.
I remember finding this.
Really?
Yeah, I played through in one of the newer versions of the original Final Fantasy, and I remember coming across this headstone and being like, is this what I think it is? Like, this is really weird. Like, this isn't a Nintendo game.
I know.
Yep,
How nice of them.
Apparently Link is in the Final Fantasy world. So, in Super Mario RPG, there's a few cameos. We have Samus in Princess Toadstool's castle, resting up to fight Mother Brain, and Link in, I think it's called Rose Town. He's in the inn sleeping, and whenever you go up to talk to him, it just plays the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, the mystery noise. So those are just cool nods that they have in the Super Mario RPG game.
Speaking of Mother Brain,
yes,
slight bit of foreshadowing. I may have just rested up to fight Mother Brain myself, but I'm not talking about in real life, but
Okay. So you might be hitting a wink toward the audience that there might be a game coming up that you might be playing?
No.
Oh.
That I might have already played, but that's for another episode.
Another day.
All right, so in Soul Calibur, I really liked how this game did a different character exclusive for each platform. That's a really nice way of giving unique value on a multi-platform game. So I was really impressed with them that they got Link in Soul Calibur.
And he was cool.
Yeah.
He was so much fun to play. He was definitely my favorite character in this game, which is kind of a bummer, because if you ever wanted to play it in the arcade, then it's like, oh, there's no Link.
Yeah.
Oh well. Link's Awakening, of course, has a bunch of nods to, especially Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah.
But as you can see in this screenshot, you see a Goomba and, like, I think they're called anti-Kirby's or something. So there's like an evil Kirby thing that you have to destroy in
Which
here.
is kind of funny because that's the color of the original box art Kirby.
Yes, indeed it is. So, bunch of Mario references. In fact, some of the like townspeople, it's like, oh, yeah. Mario's in this game. He just doesn't. His name isn't Mario, and he shows you a picture of the girl that looks exactly like Princess Peach, just a different name. So, lots of nods.
I booted up Link's Awakening recently, just playing games all over the place.
What in the world, man?
And I saw a chain chomp within like the first couple screens of the game, and it's like right out of the gate that game's letting you know, hey, this is different.
Yes.
Quick one for you is that Metroids, those are present in both Kid Icarus and Kid Icarus Uprising, and they were in the original NES game because it shared some assets with Metroid and I think a producer or a director or something like that. So then Sakurai kept them in for the 3DS sequel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are they present a lot? Like, do you get to blast Metroids a lot? Are they weak to ice?
So much. I don't know. I don't think you have ice in the NES game.
Yeah. So the next cameo is in another Nintendo to Nintendo game. Mario's mask in Majora's Mask, and I think in Ocarina of Time as well. The Happy Mask Salesman has a Mario mask, and this one it's a nod to another franchise, sure, but it's also kind of creepy because masks are made from the souls of the deceased.
Oh boy.
So in other words, the Happy Mask Salesman collected Mario's soul and turned him into a mask.
Well, I guess he met with a terrible fate.
Oh, I love it. That was so good.
Thanks. So Link he's like cranberries. He got into Mario Kart
8. We're laughing here because when I read this, I'm like, yeah, Scott wrote Link in MK8, and I looked at that and I'm like, Link was in Mortal Kombat? I did not know that, and so I looked that up, and I'm like, oh, Mario Kart 8, okay.
He like grapple hooks their heart out.
Finish it.
Yes.
Mario
Link
Kart 8.
in MK8. Our notes here, we're very efficient. So.
Yes. In something that you may or may not know, Super Mario Sunshine, there's a character named Il Piantissimo or something like that. And he is this runner guy that you have to go against. He's clearly a human, but he has a Pianta mask on, a purple Pianta mask on. And if you look...
I don't remember that.
If you look in this game, if you look at like the coding and you take off his mask, he's actually just like a tanner version of the runner or the mailman from the Legend of Zelda series.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
So runner takes a vacation to I can't even remember the Isle Delfino, and you have to race him.
Wow.
Gets a tan. Yep.
There's a ton of Tekken costumes.
Yes.
And, kind of like Bayonetta costumes. But we don't need to show those.
No, let's not.
No.
But those ones are fun to look at because it's like, some real serious looking guy with, giant Mario nose and a Mario hat.
Yeah.
Very silly.
And I think this is part of Nintendo's strategy to work with third-party developers more. Definitely saw a ton of that at the launch of the Wii U.
Yes.
They're like, put our costumes and everything. Monster Hunter, what did I just say? Tekken. And then there's also... Oh, there's another one. There's more costumes.
Okay.
Man.
I'm drawing a blank. I mean, there's the Bayonetta, but... Yeah. We already said that. This one kind of surprised me. I was doing some research for this episode. You're still thinking?
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself. You're going,
I
know. This one surprised me because I was doing research for this, and there's a boxing game called Fight Night Round 2. And Little Mac, and I just showed you this picture right before this episode. Little Mac is in this boxing game.
Yes.
And he's kind of goofy looking. He's so goofy. But this is the way he looked originally before he got the makeover, which I think we can all say is an improvement. But
so is this like an unofficial nod toward him? Or
no, I think this was a full-on because...
Wow.
I think this is close enough to the Swords. Oh my goodness! Sometimes when you go back, we just had the debate between 8 and 16-bit. Sometimes when you go back, though, it's not an improvement.
Yeah.
It's I think polygons as they went their way forward is
Don't pay attention to me.
okay. As they went forward, they have definitely gotten better, because if you look back at 32-bit and 64-bit polygons,
Rayman.
it's like
That was the other costume.
oh, okay.
Rayman Legends. Whew. Alright, so quickly, Zelda got into Sonic Lost Worlds.
That one surprised me.
That was a very cool cameo. Sonic dressed up as Link. You collected rupees instead of rings. You could explore all over Hyrule.
Genius.
That was pretty cool. I think I gameflied that game just to try out the Nintendo levels. And then, personally, Metroid, gotta get it somewhere. And Metroid showed up in Dead or Alive Dimensions, and it was called Dimensions because it's a 3DS game. And, there's the Nintendo version of that port, so they got to put Samus in there very briefly. She ran across the stage and morph ball or something or behind it. But that was cool. It was like Pyrosphere. Very cool Metroid Other M stage.
Yes, indeed. Gotta love Metroid Other M.
Yes,
we gotta show our love to that game whenever we can.
That's all we got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew.
Don't forget to like, to comment your favorite Nintendo cameo, to subscribe to our channel, and to share with your friends, and most of all, to click on our Kickstarter page and go ahead and just check it out. It's all for you guys.
Get rewards, get your exclusive videos during the summer while we are playing Nintendo's unreleased games and NX.
Yes.
Thanks.
We're super stoked.
See you next time.
Signing out.